Hi everybody, it's Ingrid from Twinkle, and today I'm going to be talking about rhetorical questions, what they are, the effects that they can have on a reader, and the different types. Let's get into it. So firstly, what is a rhetorical question? A rhetorical question is a question that doesn't expect or require an answer. But why would you ask a question like this? You don't need to answer that, because I'm going to tell you. Let's start by talking about non-rhetorical questions, otherwise known as questions. Usually when we ask a question, it's because we want to get an answer. There can be many reasons for this. We can do it to receive new information or to encourage other people to think about and produce information. For example, I might ask you, what's the time? This is a request for information and it expects an answer from you to me. If I asked you, how are you feeling today? That would give you the opportunity to reflect on how you feel and then share it with me if you want to. Again, this is the kind of question that expects an answer. However, the effect of a rhetorical question is a bit different. Rhetorical questions don't expect answers, meaning that they're not about giving the asker of the question any new information. Instead, the purpose of a rhetorical question is to affect the person on the receiving end of it, often to persuade them to agree with a particular point of view. To better understand how this works, let's take a look at some of the different types of rhetorical questions. Number 1, hypophora. What is hypophora? Hypophora is a type of rhetorical question where the asker asks a question and then immediately follows it up with an answer. Here are some hypophora examples. Am I asking you a question right now? Yes. Do I expect an answer? No. Is Mojo here a good boy? Absolutely. These kinds of rhetorical questions provide their own answer to emphasize the point being made by the asker. In the example I just made, the point I was making was that rhetorical questions don't need answers, and that Mojo is a good boy. See what I mean? Another type of rhetorical question is known as erotesis. What is erotesis? Erotesis is a type of rhetorical question that strongly implies an answer, whether this is agreeing or disagreeing, the affirmative or the negative. These kinds of questions usually have the answer hidden inside them. For example, wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody did their part to help the environment? Or, how lovely would it be if everybody was just kind to each other all the time? When I ask these questions, I am leading you to the answer. And doing this can help persuade you to agree with me. Next is epiplexis. What is epiplexis? Epiplexis rhetorical questions aim to make their audience feel bad. For example, how could you? Have you no shame? These kinds of questions rely on evoking an emotional reaction from someone. The last type of rhetorical question we're going to talk about is called ratiocinatio. Ratiocinatio is when you make a statement, ask a question, and then you answer it. Mojo, I have been petting you all day. Do I look like a pat factory? Yes, I do. Some common effects that these 4 types of rhetorical questions have is to raise doubt, emphasize an idea or encourage a listener to reflect on an idea, demonstrate how another viewpoint is incorrect, to make the listener question how they feel, and to involve the audience in a conversation. When used correctly, rhetorical questions can be a really powerful persuasive device, which is why you often see them in speeches and informal writing. If you'd like to learn more about rhetorical questions, there is a great range of resources available on the Twinkle website that you can download and use, so make sure you take a look around if you're interested. Do you really want to miss out on that? See what I did there? For example, these differentiated worksheets give you a persuasive text so you can practice identifying rhetorical questions and then even writing some of your own. But as well as that, we also have PowerPoint presentations, sorting exercises and activities, and display posters on rhetorical questions for kids. That's all from me, but thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day.